Your environment dictates your output. If your desk is cluttered, distracting, or poorly designed, your brain has to fight against it every minute you're trying to work, and that costs energy. Most productivity advice focuses on habits, discipline, and motivation. But what if the real secret to deep focus is designing your environment so focus becomes automatic? I redesigned my entire desk setup using principles from neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and productivity research. The goal wasn't to make it look aesthetic. The goal was to eliminate decision fatigue, reduce distractions, and make deep work easier. In this video, I'm going to show you my science-based desk setup for maximum focus and explain the psychological reasons behind every single part of it. Most desks are designed for convenience, not focus. You have notifications popping up on multiple devices, clutter competing for your attention, too many tabs, tools, and gadgets. Your brain is constantly processing all of that visual information. Even if you're not consciously aware of it, your brain is burning energy filtering distractions. Research in cognitive science shows that every object in your visual field competes for attention. So the more things on your desk, the harder it becomes to concentrate. This is why minimal environments often feel calmer and easier to work in. The brain simply has less to process. So the first rule of a focus-optimized desk setup is simple. Remove everything that doesn't serve your work. The first principle I follow is something I call the minimal surface rule. Your desk should only contain tools that support the task you're doing, nothing else. When your workspace is visually simple, your brain doesn't waste energy filtering irrelevant information. Think of it like cognitive bandwidth. Every item you remove frees up mental space. On my desk, I keep only a few core items: my computer, a notebook, a pen, and one timing device for focus sessions. That's it. Everything else either lives in a drawer or off the desk completely. This drastically reduces visual clutter and makes it easier to enter a focused state quickly. One of the biggest hidden productivity killers is decision fatigue. Every decision your brain makes consumes mental energy, even small decisions. Which task should I do next? Which app should I open? Where did I put that notebook? Over time, these micro-decisions slowly drain your ability to concentrate. This is why high performers design systems that remove unnecessary choices. My desk setup is designed so that when I sit down, there is only one obvious thing to do: work. The fewer decisions your environment requires, the easier it becomes to stay focused. One of the most important tools on my desk is a focus timer. Instead of working indefinitely, I use structured focus blocks. Research on productivity shows that the brain naturally works in cycles of roughly 90 minutes, often called ultradian rhythms. But most people struggle to maintain attention that long. So I break work into smaller, manageable focus sessions, typically around 25 to 45 minutes. The timer serves two purposes. First, it creates urgency. When you know a timer is running, you naturally avoid distractions. Second, it removes the constant question of how long should I work? The timer decides, which again reduces decision fatigue. Lighting plays a bigger role in productivity than most people realize. Poor lighting can increase fatigue and reduce alertness. Natural light is ideal because it helps regulate your circadian rhythm and supports healthy energy levels throughout the day. If possible, position your desk near a window. If natural light isn't available, using a bright desk lamp with neutral white light can help keep your brain alert. The key idea is to avoid dim environments that signal relaxation rather than focus. Your workspace should tell your brain, this is where work happens. Another focus rule I follow is the single screen principle. Multiple monitors can be useful for certain tasks, but they also create more opportunities for distraction. More windows, more tabs, more visual information. For deep work tasks like writing, planning, or studying, I prefer a single main screen. This forces me to concentrate on one task at a time. Multitasking might feel productive, but cognitive research consistently shows it reduces efficiency and increases mental fatigue. Deep work requires depth, not fragmentation. Even in a digital world, a simple notebook is one of the most powerful productivity tools. When thoughts, ideas, or distractions pop into your mind while working, they can break your focus. Instead of opening new apps or switching tasks, I write them down. This creates what psychologists call a cognitive offload. Your brain can relax because it knows the information has been captured somewhere. The notebook acts like a temporary holding space for thoughts so they don't interrupt your workflow. One powerful concept from behavioral psychology is environmental triggers. Your brain associates certain environments with certain behaviors. If you work, watch videos, scroll social media, and relax all in the same space, your brain becomes confused about what that environment represents. But if your desk is used only for focused work, your brain begins to associate that space with productivity. Over time, simply sitting at the desk can trigger a mental state of focus. This is why consistency matters. Your environment trains your brain. The biggest takeaway from this desk setup is simple. Productivity isn't just about discipline, it's about design. If your environment is working against you, focus will always feel difficult. But when your workspace is designed intentionally, focus becomes easier. Your desk should remove friction, reduce decisions, and guide your brain toward deep work. Because when your environment supports your goals, productivity stops being a struggle. It becomes the default. If you found this useful, consider subscribing for more science-based productivity systems designed to help you focus better, work smarter, and avoid burnout. And if you want, tell me in the comments, what is the one thing on your desk that distracts you the most? You might be surprised how much removing it can improve your focus.